welcome back to Design Bundle's YouTube channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Crystal. Today, I'm going to show you guys a super beginner-friendly project using your Cricut. Now, you could definitely do this with your Cricut, your Silhouette, whatever die cutting machine you have, but I use my Cricut Maker 3 to cut this out. So feel free to use your Cricut Explorer 2, whatever you guys have. But what I'm wanting to show you guys is how easy it is to apply adhesive vinyl to a sign using parchment paper. So if you guys have not seen it, there is a parchment paper hack that allows you to almost see through your design here to really line it up. And that's basically what I'm showing you today. So I've already pre-cut everything out. We just need to weed this, pick it up with our transfer tape. We're going to use our parchment. I've got a squeegee here as well as my weeding tool. Now today I'm using a wooden canvas here. These ones here are actually where you purchase your painting canvases at Hobby Lobby. And they are, this was $9.99, but they're always 50%, so it was $5. Lots of different canvases out there. You could definitely get the wood signs as well for locally, usually Michael's, Joann's, even Walmart carries stuff. But you can also order things online as well if you need to. So I wanted to go ahead and give you guys that tip today. We're going to go ahead and just remove our corners. That's our first thing. And then the way that I measure mine, I'm going to show y'all in just a second, just so y'all know. And then a few things you need to make sure you're paying attention to. All right, step one. Once you have your corners off, you're ready to go. The first thing you want to do is, where's your hanger? So right here's mine. I want to make sure that is in the up direction before I even get started. The next thing to figure out my size. Number one, usually it'll say it on the packaging, or you can simply take your ruler and then just kind of measure. Now, for example, mine is like about 10.75, but I actually did about 9.5 just to be safe. So I like to give myself a little bit of wiggle room. So all I did was simply bring this design inside of Cricut Design Space, size it out, cut it out. Super duper easy. I'm using a matte brown today. It looks just like this. And I am using StarCraft permanent adhesive. You could definitely use removable as well. I really love their matte. So if you guys are curious whether you should purchase matte or whether you should purchase gloss, there's different reasons for each project. But whenever it comes to making signs, I highly recommend that you guys use the matte because it looks like paint. If you put the glossy, you're going to notice a shine whenever we have it on here. You're really going to notice a gloss. Let me go ahead and bring in a glossy color just to show you. So for example, this one is matte, this one is glossy. See how much more, see how that light's hitting this? So it seemed like when I was explaining this, well, you can see light here, but not like this. See how this is glaring, and you can really tell that this is glossy compared to the matte. So the matte colors are first of all, I use it for everything. I use it for making mugs, cups. You guys know it's one of my absolute favorites. But just in case you guys are wondering, if you're a newbie and you wonder, should I purchase matte or should I purchase just all gloss? I know when I first started out years ago, I would only purchase gloss. I didn't realize that, for one, removable I thought was only in the matte. But you could definitely purchase in the permanent as well. But this is going to look like paint. So if you're making these wooden signs and you really want to make it realistic and look like you stenciled this on, go for the matte color. All right, so we've cut this out. I'm going to go ahead and weed it. The file that I'm using today is linked down below. And if you guys are a Plus member, it is only 1 Plus credit for you guys. So technically, in my eyes, I always think that is free. It just feels free. If you guys are a Plus member, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. So I've got to back it up here. I'm getting a little crazy, and I'm actually picking up pieces I don't want to get rid of. If you guys ever have done that, that's something too that you have to be real nice and steady. So I don't want to scare you newbies off. So I'm just going to lay this letter back down, and I may even get it back down in a second. So for now, I'm going to set it on my countertop. So I'm going to go ahead and very carefully, that's one thing you want to be careful with. So a little tip here from me, because I got a piece here. I got to go back. You could start to trim away some of these pieces before you get too crazy, because sometimes we can get out of control while we are weeding, and if it gets stuck to each other, it's going to want to pick it up. So I'm starting to try to pick up more pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and drop that guy down. There we go. All right. I don't know what it is today, but this thing is just wanting to pick up all of my pieces. So you guys bear with me. I promise, if you are new, do not get scared. This is not something that happens all of the time. But something that you can do, like I said, is you can just trim away like this. So I'm trying to be careful because some of these pieces is actually going to weed. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just continue to very carefully, like I said, nice and slow. Sometimes, like I said, if it gets carried away, especially on big pieces, if it tries to get carried away where it's picking up pieces that don't need to go with it, just slow down, cut off the excess, and then keep on going. So you guys can see I'm just kind of back in here. Just keep on going. So like I said, I definitely don't want to discourage you guys that are new to think that that happens all of the time. But I do like when I can show you guys a few little tricks along the way to show you how easy it is for, say, for example, like a big piece like this. And if it feels like it's out of control or it's too much, I can slow down, cut it, and cut that away, just like so. All right, so let me go ahead and get these pieces out here. Just like so. Now, one thing I do with, even though I'm using the matte, this is a permanent, on Cricut, I always use the permanent glossy. I don't know why, but I always do. So it's just something that I've done. So if you ever notice that it's not cutting through enough, you might try from going from the, you know, because it's a permanent still. So make sure you're choosing a permanent vinyl. All right, you can go ahead and resume. All right, so now that we've got this weeded out, you guys can see how adorable this is. My birthstone is a coffee bean. 100%, this is me. My birthstone is a coffee bean. Absolutely love. So what I've got here, like I said, I've got my parchment paper that will go down first on my wood here. So what I need to do is actually pick up our design. So once you weed everything out, you're simply just going to go ahead and pick it up with your transfer sheet. So we're going to go ahead and pick this up. And then we are going to go down the center like a taco. It's always best just to find your center like this, go down like a taco, and then smooth everything out. This is going to prevent any sort of bubbles or any sort of buckling that could happen as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and rub this down until everything is picked up on that transfer. So I'm just rubbing. But I love this design. Like I said, it would be so, so cute. Now, they advertise this on a t-shirt. So you could do this on a t-shirt. You could do this on a coffee mug. All sorts of different things that you guys could do with this. A keychain. But I really thought this would be cute for a little coffee bar. All right, so we're going to flip it over. And then we are going to peel at an angle like so. All right. And then now this is where that parchment's going to come in play, okay? So one thing is you can set it inside of there, or you can set it down on your surface like this. And the parchment paper does not have to be absolutely perfect. You just want to make sure it's going to fit inside of your square here. So what we can do now is I want to make sure there at some point somewhere around here, like here, somewhere, some of this is sticking on the outside because we're going to stick this down a little bit so we can remove our parchment. Now, if you guys are new to the parchment paper trick, this will not stick to parchment. So it's really nice. It allows you to line everything up. So as you guys can see, we can really see through here. So I can really line this guy up before I commit, because as you can see, it's not on here, right? So this is such an amazing tip for you guys that are new to making these signs, or even, you know, you can do the same thing on anything, coffee mugs, whatever it may be. All right, so once you are ready to commit, like I said, get a piece that's out. So always leave some sort of area, whether you leave an entire inch out somewhere or even just a little piece here or there. So I'm gonna go ahead and commit with this corner here, okay? So I'm gonna get that corner down, and then I am going to peel this guy back. And I'm just going to pull it straight back towards me. So now what I'm going to do is we are going to remove this parchment. Very careful. I'm going to tug that guy out of there. And now what I can do is I can slowly start to roll this down like this. Just like that. And as you guys can see, we got a perfect placement. So you just, like I said, you just need one area that is going to hold this guy down for you to keep it nice and straight. So now all we have to do is simply buff everything back out again. So you're just basically rubbing it into the canvas to get it to stick. So it is that easy, guys. So, so easy. Another beginner friendly project, whether you guys just got your machine for Christmas. I am so, so excited. If you guys are new here, I highly recommend that you guys check out our Plus membership. It's such a good investment to get into because you're going to save a percentage off of all of your files. You're going to get plus credits. For example, this is only 1 plus credit, so you can use it on things like this. If you're a Gold Plus member, you're going to have access to Designscape and things like that. So if you guys are looking for a nice way to really stock up on those SVGs and PNGs and things like that, highly recommend that you guys check us out. All right, so we are going to go ahead and peel. Just like so. Now also, if you guys are new here too, we go live every single Monday, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then we also have a dollar deal at the end of the month. So you guys definitely don't want to miss those big, huge SVG bundles for $1. So here is our finished product. I really hope that you guys have enjoyed this. I hope you guys have found inspiration, whether you guys are going to recreate this exact thing or whether you throw this on a t-shirt. I really just hope it inspired you in some sort of way to get out and start crafting today. So if you guys enjoyed this, if you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.